GeekGamerTV proudly presents the 2012 Papa Circuit Final live from Pittsburgh with top-seeded Zach Sharp, number 2 seed Keith Elwin, number 4 seed Joshua Henderson, and number 19 seed Daniele Acciari. It's now time for round 6 of 7, Future Spa.
With a 1-point edge.
1 point.
From finishing third. And you know what's interesting? Acciari continues to never have finished last in a game. He has no zeros in this round. He's the only player of the four
entire
players.
tournament.
So he has now played 21 games without finishing last in any one of the four-player games he's played.
How strange that this is the first circuit finals, first circuit, championship that's been done here, and already this guy's putting up records that'll probably never be beaten. Very unlikely.
He certainly killed the monkey record with 45 monkeys and 169,000 on the Jungle Queen. That was, it really is tough to argue. Like, what was the best game? What was the best game we saw? Was it 2.3 million from?
I know my vote.
I'd say it's the 6 billion from
Absolutely.
Demo Man. That kind of runs away with it, but it's amazing.
Insanity.
2.3 million on Frontier from Keith Elwin.
Oh, yes.
169,000 from Acciari on Jungle Queen.
That's huge.
6 billion on the Demo Man. We just saw 150 million take last place on Monster Bash with all 4 of them solid.
Yeah.
Josh Henderson putting up a 10 mil on the Whirlwind was
very solid.
Very solid victory. And we got 2 to play. We don't know. I don't know what we're going to see. Are we going to see? We're going to see a rollover on the Future Spa and do or die on the Iron Man, perhaps. Good Lord.
Yeah, the double grand champions on Monster Bash was pretty impressive as well. I mean, they both had beaten the score that had stood a long time.
Yeah, earlier today with Acciari as well. Steven Bowden putting up the huge scores. Monster Bash 600 for Bowden, 500 for Acciari. Just some incredible stuff. This again is a good time to talk about the fact that we are planning to do more coverage like this. We will be covering the Pinburg finals on Sunday. Pinburg.
Wait. Who signed me up for that?
What
are you
Chase,
talking about?
You're in.
Well, you might even be in the
Sorry,
finals.
buddy.
I should be in the finals.
Guys,
well, if you're not in the finals, then we'll
what's going to happen if we all qualify? Is the booth empty?
Well, I can't qualify myself.
That's right.
Okay, so we've got some backup here.
As tournament director for Pinburg, I'm ineligible to participate. I mean,
Fair
you
enough.
can't run a tournament with $60,000 in prizes, and they ask, "Hey, who won?" And I say,
"It was me, buddy."
Me. Who gets the car?
That's
I
not
get the
quite
car.
right. Yeah.
The question is moot.
Moot.
It's that would not be a professional tournament. I'll put it that way. And no one would ever come to see us again here. But we are running.
I'd be here. I love you guys.
Pinburg starting Friday morning. We won't be live until Sunday for the finals, but there are $60,000 in cash up for grabs, $7,500 for first place.
I'm grabbing the champ again,
we'll
guys.
Be watching the finals here in the same way that you're seeing it here live on GeekGamerTV and through papa.org. You can visit our blog. You can see us at Papa Pinball on Twitter. Or and Aiden's got Keith Elwin here.
Well, before we start up, I want to grab this guy one more time. Okay, so we just talked to Keith a couple games ago, as he was totally disappointed with his play. Keith, I don't know if you're aware, it's now 11 points.
That was 1 game ago.
That was 1 game? That was a long game. Oh, my God.
Hey, Eden,
yes, sir.
You really should be grabbing the belt here and asking the opinion of what he thinks of the belt.
The belt?
Yeah,
I will do that right now.
The championship belt. Where is the belt?
Where is the belt? The belt was on a game a while ago.
Someone walked off with it.
Oh, they're about to start here. Keith, I want to really quickly.
Yes,
okay.
Quickly.
It's 11 to 10 to 10. You're right back in this thing compared to just even a game ago. How are you feeling now?
Same.
The same. Okay. No improvement. I'm asking you again after this one. Get over there. Good luck.
And that is why.
Maybe that's a good thing.
This is why we refer to Keith Elwin as the loud one.
Yeah.
Or more like Captain Verbose. I think that those are our nicknames for him. Actually. Keith and Randy Elwin together are the designers of the top-down camera rigs that you see here. Papa created those rigs about 3 years ago based on the design provided by Keith and Randy. And without their work on pinballvideo.com and Pinball 101 and now Pinball 102, which will be coming soon, there's just no way we would be able to provide this coverage. This is something that would not have been able. Oh, darn! As we start on Future Spa, talk about a couple of the strategies here, and there is a hole that you just saw Zach lose his ball through on the right side. It's a very unusual design. This game has 2 out lanes on the left. One of them is now covered up by a gate. There's only 1 out lane. There are 4 lanes on the left. And that lane, which normally would be an out lane on any other game, is a point-scoring lane on this game.
What? What's that about?
And apparently in the future, when
Very
you go to a
strange
spa,
yeah,
you can score points from the out lane.
Does everyone wear bathing suits and they all are like jumping down slides and stuff too?
They are all jumping down slides, and they are weightlifting with lasers. It's really very impressive.
Now, is it me, or does it look like those are the Olympic rings in the center of the playfield?
Maybe they planned to do an Olympics game, and then they lost the license.
Did you not notice that before?
I just noticed it now, and I played this game for years.
Wow. This is a 1979 game, so it wasn't like there was an Olympics around there, but there was the 1980 Olympics.
That's true.
But then the U.S. backed out of, so maybe they had the license for the 1980 Olympics. Yeah, that's really bad speculation. So anyway, the goal of Future Spa is, of course, to spell the words Future Spa. Now check this out.
What a move! That's exactly how you do it.
That is exactly how you win belts.
Oh my goodness!
You win the belt.
That is, and
now
he's got to do it again. He's got it away. Now there's a set of drop targets there. Those are the multipliers. They also spell the letters in Future Spa. So you earn a letter for anything here. Did it? Oh, you got it.
He is so good.
That's incredible.
Well done.
He missed the shot to the multiplier, but very, very, very high quality.
Yeah, that first inline drop target just likes the spinners, I believe.
Yes,
for 1,000 a spin.
This is a little bit like Frontier. Same company, a few years earlier, but same overall idea that first drop target doesn't do much for you. But after that, you start getting multipliers. And the real trick here to getting a big score is the multiply bonus. So with Josh Henderson taking over, he's kind of staring around a little bit. I worry about this.
I am too.
He has little experience in the game.
I can tell you that he attended our Northwest Pinball Championships a few years ago when it was in there, but I would be surprised if he played it since.
Oh boy, that's trouble. He got out of there pretty well. So, you know, I've seen Josh play on some games where he doesn't have much experience and just killed the game anyway.
Yeah.
So, again, the situation is that Josh Henderson, Keith Elwin, and Daniele Acciari are all within 1 point of one another in our 4-2-1-0 scoring system. With 2 games to go, this Future Spa and then Ironman. And that's a disappointing drain, a center drain there that was probably pretty unavoidable, but he got into trouble earlier than that and maybe could have prevented that.
I noticed who was player 1 for us against? It was Daniele?
Player 1 was no. Player 2 was Daniele. Player 1 was Zach Sharp.
Zach. Maybe it was Daniele I was thinking of then. Someone did collect all the Future Spa letters, and that was
Daniele, and those letters carry over from ball to ball. So Daniele will be sitting on 18,000 in bonus, and there's a tap pass from Keith. That could be trouble. Yeah, it's the out lane. 4 lanes over there, and 2 lanes are out lanes. Yeah. There is a gate. There's a light at the top that you see 2 yellow arrows at the very top with the letters T and U. If you go through either of those letters, you will block off one of the 2 out lanes. As it happens, Keith went down the one that would have been open anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. But when you plunge, you want to go in, not that lane, but the one just to the right of it. And and the house ball for Zach. Now again, Zach is unfortunately basically eliminated at this point. He is playing every game for $100.
Yeah.
The winner of every game gets $100. He will receive an $800 prize for making it to the circuit Final 4, and he did so by killing tournaments around the country throughout the year, winning 2 of them and finishing right near the top in some others. He won in Portland at the Rose City Showdown. He won in Chicago at the GameWorks Tournament Champions early in the schedule, and he took 2nd at the Pinball Expo, also in Chicago.
Now there was 10 events, and is he the only one to win multiple?
No, Keith Elwin won 2 events as well.
He did win 2.
So other than Keith won 2, and Zach 1-2. That, and here's Danielle aiming for the spinner, and I don't really like that play. He should be aiming for the bonus multiplier to the exclusion of all else here. It's a huge amount of points to get the multiplier. That loop around is worth a few points, but he really needs to just get the ball on this other flipper, and this is where some of his flipper skills could stand to be improved. He doesn't do tap passes. He doesn't do post transfers very much.
Right.
And that's done. That's the gate. And so if he had gotten the T and the U at the top, now as it is, he's still got a big bonus. So he's. But if he had a multiplier there, he could have closed it out. And
Bowen, I was saying this before the game where you and I discussed it, that Josh Henderson and Daniela were the two we were worried about.
We're worried about the game knowledge a little bit.
And
they're really came in handy.
It really showed you
got a spinner lit for 1,000 to spin. You're like, yeah, that looks like good points.
But it's just not worth it.
It just wasn't worth it. As Josh goes up through the gate open, that's a fortunate outcome for him. And he's got the spinner lit. That's the first target. You get the 4 targets here, and you'll get 6x. That's nice there. That'll give him a letter and some points. So look out. He's got the gate.
What an unlucky kick.
Well, what a lucky kick for him to get the U through the top earlier. If he hadn't done that, that's trouble.
Wow.
He tried to save that. It was a good move trying to get it in the left out lane, which is actually a return in a scoring shot. 62,000 on the board for Josh Henderson through 2. We've got a significant lead for Acciari at 167. Good plunge there by Keith Elwood.
Okay.
Got the ball there. Now he's going to tap over to the right.
Oh, yeah.
Tap, tap, tap.
Very nice.
Perfect tap.
Really nice.
Make the drop. Now, Keith would say this is textbook play. And he's going to bounce this over. Tap on the right. Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
That was a little swirly. Making the multiplier out of there. He's going to get this in the hole. He's in your hole. In your hole. The 4x multiplier would be really nice. It goes 2x, 4x, 6x.
All right.
Which is different.
Perfectly done.
Done there. And he's got the 4x on the fly. That was pretty. Got a trap. This ought to be a final tap pass over to give him the chance at the 6x.
And this is exactly why I was saying earlier that I felt this game was going to favor Keith Elwin of all people.
Oh, he missed it.
Oh,
he missed the 6x.
Incredibly bad.
No, that was a near drain there. Missed it again. Trying a pot shot at that. He should have maybe passed that over.
Oh, my.
That's it out. It's
no,
down.
It's
down.
Yep.
4 times bonus. He's got the future spa letters. Most of them 16,000 times 4. That's 64,000 in bonus. But he needs more. He needs more. He needs to get at least 4x in his next ball in order to make up the deficit he has with Acciari.
Right. His tapping is so good.
His tapping is so good that he can get the ball basically to either flipper for a trap, and it's as though at that point it's as though he's at the ball exactly where he wants it.
Right, and the
when
way
it's out of control, there's no reason really to take those pot shots. He may feel confident with the shot, but why not wait?
Wow, that drain has been like crazy today.
That was nasty, and unfortunately for Zach, that is going to be a completion of the game.
That is it,
eh? And he gets
the 0.
He will take another 0. So 4 last place for Zach Sharp.
Which you would not expect from him.
Absolutely not expected. He is a better player than the score indicates today.
He's
as Acciari, if he can make a couple of multipliers here, and he's got the gate open from the plunge. That was very nice. You can reopen the gates, and he did it.
And got the one letter he needed.
That was the last letter for Future Spa. He's reopened he has completed he's got the gate again.
And he should be holding the flipper up and letting it hop over to the other side.
Give him a chance to make that 4x. He's not going to get a chance.
But in Italy, spinners are big.
And apparently, that was amazing right there. This is
it really was. It's a huge bonus.
283,000. Tons of pressure applied. Keith Elwin's going to need a dream ball.
And is it Keith now? No, it's Josh.
Josh is first, but I'm thinking more towards Keith and Keith's ability here. I don't think Josh is. Josh could have a blistering ball as well, but I think if someone's going to beat Acciari here, it's most likely going to be Keith.
I agree, and I want to make this clear to our listeners. I mean, Ali would also have been similar in the sense that the idea was if tap passes were needed, Keith could do it. I just feel that these Bally's taps are even more controllable than the
he got it out of there. That's beautiful.
Great job.
The 2 out lanes there, and he shook it out to the 1 in lane. And it's right back into trouble. He shook it again.
Take it to the out lane.
Oh, no.
The 1 lane that's okay.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
This is just just scary.
Yeah, and I mean, he looks extremely patient right here.
In the future,
he doesn't look like. Oh, and that's
that.
That's the issue of the plunge. You know, Achiari plunged the right lanes. He got the gate open.
So we're looking at unless Keith tilts.
It's one point here for Keith has enough bonus to get second place here.
Right, but at this point, that would lock up the victory for Daniela, would it not?
It won't lock up. Daniela cannot clinch the championship here.
Okay.
He will have a 3-point lead if he wins. He will have a 3-point lead over Elwin and a 4-point lead over Henderson. He already has a 1-point lead coming into this.
And he gets the gate open there by hitting the U.
My math is terrible.
Oh, that was nice. A little push there. He knows what he can do.
So it's all multipliers here.
He's got to get
a few shots.
He's got to go all the way through these multipliers.
Change everything.
Get the 6x. There's 2x. There's 4x. One more, and then we start doing the math. He doesn't have enough here. He's got 36,000 times 4, which is 144. If he hits this multiplier, it will be 36 times 6. He will have enough. This is it. If he hits this shot
is it.
He will win, and then he will be in the lead going into Ironman. That's
there it is.
He's got it.
Will he let it drain? A lot of people do the math and just do that.
Nah, he's gonna keep playing.
Oh, he wants, of course, the $100.
Well, he's got the $100. He just has to let the bowl drain. But why would we trust the math?
Yeah.
No, but he's got 36,000 for 2 future spot completions. Unless I'm wrong, I'm usually pretty good with this
maybe
math.
that's exactly why he's doing it.
Wait a minute. Don't you write math books?
I do, and I'm usually pretty good with the arithmetic stuff. So, like right now in the can, he's basically got 363,000 if he were to drain right now. So it'll be
Oh, wow.
It will be enough. Here
Applause.
it comes.
Yay.
Here it comes, folks. The hammer. The hammer goes.
Snapola.
Well, we're in for a great finish here on Game 7. Coming right to Game 7.
We absolutely are. Keith Elwin has won the last 2 games to surge into the lead. After 6 games now.
What are we looking at?
We have Keith Elwin at 14. Daniele Achiari at 13.
Wow.
Josh Henderson at 11.
Okay.
No one has clinched any. And the only person eliminated is Zach.
So it's
here's the
anyone can win.
Here's the situation. If Keith Elwin wins this game, he wins the tournament.
Yes.
He wins the circuit final. This is Ironman. It'll be the last game, Game 7. If Daniele Achiari wins, he wins.
Ah, yes.
Because he's only behind by 1 point. And the win of the game is 4, second place is 2. So if Achiari wins, he has 17 and can't be caught.
Right.
So this is a championship game here for Keith Elwin and Daniele Achiari.
Now, how does Josh figure into this?
So how Josh figures into this is that if Josh wins, if Josh Henderson wins, Josh will have 15. Now, at that point, Josh can actually win the tournament outright. If the numbers split exactly right, he could win 15, 14, 14. If Zach Sharp finishes second.
So going into the final round of the Papa Circuit Final of round 6 of 7, we have Keith Elwin in the lead with 14 points. Daniele with 13 in second place. Josh Henderson in third with 11. And Zach Sharp with 4. Keep it right here on YouTube, GeekGamer.tv, for the final round of the Papa Circuit Final 2012 from Scott Township, Pennsylvania.